What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of OG Suicide in the building. Want to thank y'all for continuously tuning in, showing your support, sharing the stories that I bring to the table and present to y'all. And today I got a special story, man, and we're really gonna go into some deep things, to talk about that's gonna not only embright but uplift and inspire the culture. Today I got my loved one in the building with me, Antonio Blue. What's up, loved one?
What's up, my dude?
Oh man, everything's everything, man. Everything's everything, man. For our people, man, can you let our loved ones know where you was born and raised?
Yeah, I was born in Portland, Oregon, by way of Oakland.
Okay,
So family came from Oakland, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Nigeria,
okay,
Africa. So I have cousins in Africa too.
okay, okay. So the bloodline is
It's
all
big.
across
Yeah. We came from Alabama over here.
originally.
To Vanport and to the railroads and the Bay and all that.
Okay, and how was life growing up in the Bay?
Well, I grew up in between. So,
Okay,
I got caught up young. So, I changed my life. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a scholar, but this is the second half of my life.
okay,
So the first beginning, like all of us in America,
mm-hmm,
melanated, got caught up in the system.
okay,
So foster care, all that old stuff. Streets. But I never was against my own though. So it was something in me.
mm-hmm,
Even from the beginning
mm-hmm,
that I'm not against nobody.
okay,
But if I feel like you're evil, then I feel like those are the people that I have to kind of
against.
be
Okay,
against.
okay, gotta, what I mean, let it be known and separate it fast.
Yeah, because what they did to us, me, you, a lot of others, it's a lot of people that's related to us that we love that ain't as strong as us, who
Mm.
can't handle that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, are we gonna sit back and just continue to let it go, or are we gonna be the real scholars, like the real masons
Mm-hmm.
of the world, and
Mm-hmm.
change that? Like, okay, you tried your hardest to break the culture down
Okay.
and destroy the culture. So, now we prove that, it's something internal, something going on inside spiritually. So you can't do that. So you can't go against nothing like that because it backfires.
Mm.
So you got to be careful on who you direct the hate at. Because it might be somebody here who got best interest for you.
Yes.
And at night praying for you, and then even deeper than that, if you having bad things going on in your dreams, or
Mm-hmm.
you're dealing with demons, then you can't go to no police or no doctor for that. Your friend's gonna think you crazy, so you got to go to priests, shamans, and stuff like that,
Okay.
who gonna understand and at least they're gonna give you a chance to see if it's BS or not.
Mm.
So they could fight that battle with you.
And that's a better way when it comes to that, and you battling demons. That's the better people to see when it comes to solutions.
Yeah. You don't go to regular people because they're gonna be running with you, and then everybody gonna get hurt. Even the ordained, that's not nothing you play around with. It's not nothing you joke with, and because it's God's dominion.
Mm.
It belongs to the Lord. So, that's like you. For example, if you have a son and he wants to go against you, and you teach him everything and then you ain't just gonna go kill him. It's like your favorite son, and then he did this bad stuff. So what do?
Mm-hmm.
So then he takes over a certain part of dimension,
Mm.
a certain dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have to see that. We have to, really come together, show peace, show love, and, get away from those sex demons, those drugs, those, I mean, if you got a tolerance, if you know your tolerance, that's cool, you know. But if you overindulging and stuff, that's when portals.
Becomes a problem, huh?
Yeah, you get portals, and then you acting like you big Billy Badass.
Okay, and when you say
Yeah,
portals, what?
to another world that you're not even ready for. I'm not ready for.
Oh,
You know,
okay. And
nobody.
that when you go overboard, that opens up those portals.
Yeah, that bad stuff. That's how they get in. They can't get in. It's only one way they can get through.
So that's like leaving the door unlocked, and they can just come right in.
Come right on in. You know, and then so overseas they figured that out. So they started, bonding a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden over here with the music and the takeover thing, now it's getting bigger and bigger, but they think it's like a fad, but it's like, and what if it's like you feeding something, because I could tell you for sure, I'm not gonna go too deep, but every time somebody tried to destroy me, because I gave my life to the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like powerfully dragging them to the Lord, ragdogging them,
Mm-hmm.
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're in more trouble because you got to face, because I gave my life up to him. So now dragging you in front of him, so now you got to see him for sure, so if you choose, another path, then that ain't on me. I did my part. Everybody in the world,
Mm-hmm.
we all got parts, and I got an important part in the culture, in the world, and in God's army, And if they wouldn't have hated on me like that, I would never this is real, gave myself to God. Because what are you going to do? Go destroy a million people and then go to jail yourself and get destroyed?
Yeah, exactly, huh? What brung on the hate?
The hate was cause I was my IQ level, was a little, I was unique. I was always gifted. So gifted with the talent, with the looks, with the brains, and everybody really knows that. Everyone around me, all my friends, strangers, people who come in contact with. But it was like my youthful appearance too that made them insecure. So they didn't want to listen. So it became a competition instead of like, but really you should have, because like when I was adopted, so I had a different outlook of life.
And I was adopted too, so yes, for sure.
Yeah, we talked about that. So we bond with that. So I'm adopted to a Marine Buffalo soldier, sergeant that was ordained by the president back in the day.
Okay.
Very dark skinned, cool, smart, and he was married to like a woman minister lady that worked with a man named Reverend Pack. He had a church in Northeast Portland.
Okay.
So my mother was a senior citizen when she adopted me. Well, her children, which was like Caucasian governor of Portland, and he briefed the governor, so he was right there with him, so, and then his wife was African, lady, so she helped African Americans, like sisters, get out of prostitution and get help. She was like a marcher type of woman.
Okay.
So he married her, and they adopted me, but I came in pairs, so it's two others. So they adopted the three of us.
Oh, okay.
One boy, one girl.
Okay.
Look all the same. Don't act the same, don't think the same. But we the product of the first black accountant, black Indian accountant, Portland, Oregon, on the West Coast, really, but Portland, Oregon, and got about 10 different people together, brothers, and got help from Caucasian help, So he went to school, changed his life because he was in the game. He came from Missouri, anybody will tell you he helped everybody. Adolph Spears, and this is the story of Bebe, and that's how my grandfather got a heart attack.
Oh wow.
Because my grandfather was like an old man helping people.
Yes.
And then they told that he was helping them get their life together. So now they about to take everything. He changed his life. So
because all he's doing is the right thing and trying to help change
Harriet
lives.
Tubman on him.
Wow.
And then when they told on him, he get a heart attack. But at the time, I'm in the penitentiary changing my life. Mm-hmm. But I'm the one the whole time. But I get caught up foster care. My biological father's professional musician, and he's big.
You met him? You know him?
I know him very well.
Okay.
That's his son.
Okay.
We good.
Okay.
But
okay.
It's like I have to take into account, these people that raised me, and loved me, and
as their own.
Yeah, because I don't pour shade. That's how I got this far. I got a good reputation. But you see my siblings, I was raised kind of like, we look identical. We right around the same age. They twins, but they was raised with the children, and I was raised with the grandparents.
Okay.
So, I was raised highly in church, highly, getting prayed over. It was a Marine, so he teaching me bills, structure, war. It's not a
battle
already, because I got to be the man of the house, because he already
survival
70, 80 when I'm like 10.
So you learned a lot. How old were you when you got adopted?
I was 3 days old. I was right away. That was a hookup. My father
right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my real biological, the banker, the leader of the West Coast, he, wanted my dad, which is by an Italian woman, to be the bank, take care of the bank. But my dad, by the Italian woman, he got different opportunities. So my grandfather looked more like me. I mean, I look like him. We like that Indian and black cut. But my father like that albino cut. So, he getting spoiled by, the Italian lady, red-haired lady, and best musical classes. Right now, he's with his mentors, Billy Cox and Jimi Hendrix. That was his mentor. He's up there. That's where I get it from. But he decided to. This was a hookup arrangement. He knew the guy, the governor guy, dude.
Okay.
So it was. They hooked it up. Boom.
And
they jumped on it. And here you go.
So the rest is history.
It's history.
Tell me about the book, Loved One. The Game Loves No One.
This is about my life story. This in the last, when I was changing my life, Octavius Miller is my music mentor.
Yeah, I know. So Octavius real good. Good peoples.
Yeah, he tell me good about peoples. You. He love you.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all remind me of each other, too.
Oh, yeah. Good peoples, man. Oh, yeah. Militant mentality. Very, very thorough and focused. Yes.
Styles and mannerisms and all that too.
It's mandatory.
So yeah, he backed me up in this because he's seen and he know everybody. It's like
Oh yeah.
I got a connection, so he probably the number one man with the connection.
Oh yeah. Break it down. I want to know about this.
So yeah, the game loves no one. So after when I got adopted, boom, my parents passed away. I was about 13. So I had all these skills. But I didn't act like I act like right now. I'm a lot brighter, smarter, So, I jumped off the porch with a lot of skills, got in the game, with some women out there, I met, a big titty woman,
Okay.
you know, with bifocals. She was a little older than me. You know?
Okay.
Everybody in the community wanted her.
Okay.
You know, she was
You
about
got her.
22. I was about, you know, I was down there, but you couldn't tell because I was one
Where
of the
you carried yourself.
Yeah, I was one of the factors. You know, jumped off the porch.
Oh, yeah.
Already, I'm about 15. You know, but I've been out the streets 2 years now.
I like to say jumped off the curb.
Yeah.
Here's my reason why. And then I want you to finish the story. Because when you say you jumped off the porch, you're still in the yard.
Right.
When you jump off the curbs, you're in the streets.
You in the streets now. There you go.
You with me?
There you go. That's a piece of game they got to pick up for
You
the
with me?
OG Suicide. Because I'm going to put it in the Rolodex.
Put that in there for sure.
Yeah, so
please do.
We jumping off the kinner.
There you go.
You did. And we landed in the Strindy.
Yes.
You did. But it's real because we ain't got nowhere to go. We ain't got nobody who cared.
Yes.
So, you know, maybe we was the bad people back then because we like maybe jealous of you or we little kids. You know, like, oh, you got your mom, you got this.
Everything.
Yeah, so I got to come spend a night. Stay the night at your Chris, Bloods, GDs, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is the era where the ism was going out. So they was turning, you know, like they got them with the crack. So a lot of my relatives and the people who laced me up was real P's who, you know, didn't get caught up in the crack. So they got rich and, you know, like Philmo Slim or, you know, Virgil, OG Grandmaster.
Two people you're very close to.
I'm very close. Uncle and Godfather.
Yes, exactly.
And then my OG, Blue Moon, they gave him the P package back in the day, 30 years, just now getting out. He was like Virgil, you know, like was going for Portland. So all the P's in Portland look up to him, but he about 60-something, you know, OG vet, you know. But so this is the truth, you know, because I'm 13, 14, jump off the porch. 2 more years later, I'm in the penitentiary.
Wow.
So I tell you about the big titty 15. I have her, you know. She'll tell you she still give me my respect. She knows she was my first who got my feet wet, you know.
Okay.
But I'm watching the Mac, and my biological father was in the picture at the time. He was just in and out. We was trying to bond at the time, but you know, we 2 strong men. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's all love.
Mm-hmm.
So this how I get the girl, because I was I was dealing with my biological father, and he was a player back in the day, you know, and you know, he got the mother. So, you know, I'm over there, I get the daughter. You know, watching the Mac, he even suggested it. Because his partner big time, you know, they close, you know, so he suggested, I'm watching it, she come over, and it was a wrap.
It was all she wrote, huh?
It was in me, though. I was a natural.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, then I had a second experience. I go run away from my good family, which I should never did, and because I want to know about
But you don't have any regrets, though, right?
I don't, because
Okay.
I got this game.
Exactly.
You know, and I would have been a square-ass cabin, you know. So everything they lied on me about, it could have been the truth, but see, I really secretly had this game, and everybody knew it, and they wanted this game, and I wouldn't give it to them. Nah, because I respected my vets too much.
Exactly.
And they wouldn't abiding by, just like you in the culture, in the crip culture. You know, you ain't gonna, you know, give it to everybody, even though you love them, you know, but, you know, like they ain't representing.
Everything not for everyone.
You ain't representing the shit properly, so
No.
we're gonna have to close it on up, wrap it on up. Cause y'all ain't choosing up, y'all choosing Dizzy.
Yeah.
You know? So we can't do it, no, we can't participate until y'all get this shit right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because y'all against the mothers that they took out the hidden outs. You know, and now anytime you see somebody
Facts.
strong
Yeah.
or masculine or remind you of your uncle or your father,
Yes.
you against them. So we can't say nothing to you.
Yeah. And that's facts, because one mistake can empty out the water in the tank.
That's what we talking about. So, you know, I'm going through the streets. I get a second dosage, you know, when I go to my family, my biological family, they all from like L.A. and the Bay. So, that was like the first Crips, But I got caught up on the northeast side, which is Bloods.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really got caught up into because my spirit was always dealing with women. So this is what the book talk about. And then I later on found out that my family, I'm DNA to all the Crips and the first ones who came to Portland and got killed. Art, Davis, everybody. Those my cutties.
Mm-hmm.
Ray and all them. So I just got adopted. So I was like the lucky charm for everybody. So when I was around, I could always resolve a lot of stuff because I did a lot for the B-Dogs. And then when I seen the Creases, I knew they was my relatives. So
Straight out.
I go spend the night, go
Hang, hang out with the family. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So I was cool all the way up. And then, they seen what I was doing because I got laced up by the old school P. So he was Panther. So, I knew what I had to do. 16, laced up by all these 10 years. So when I got out, I got to this gang, that I left because 16, I did some stuff about all this, wild stuff, with the homies and, about the women and, just backwards ass stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it cost me a lot. And ended up not telling on the homies and got told on, and I got some more respect because of that. Went through a lot of riots, a lot of crazy stuff, and I said, man, I'm going to change. So I started isolating myself in the pen, reading, working on my music, and all the brothers got behind me and they protected me till I got out. But I went crazy for a long time in the beginning. But once they seen I had talent, I was sharp, So that's why they mad. Because I really got the penitentiary brothers and the hoods. Any hood, why you think I ain't there? I go anywhere. Like a dad, talk crazy to them on an accident, and they don't like it, but they ain't gonna hurt me or kill me. They smart. They know if they cut off this,
Oh, yeah.
it's a wrap.
It's going to get ugly.
Yeah, I'm the last of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we talking about in this, From that, the game, that's why I changed. That's what the game loves no one. Because I'm a natural, and I gave up what I love to do for y'all, for everyone, because it was about to be destruction. And look what happened. And that's how good we can see, some of us, we get good, proper instructions and guidance
Yes.
from elders, and we not afraid to listen and learn.
Not afraid to listen and learn.
Because they fail to realize that it was a trick that rich people don't tell you, is that we all need help. So we got this mentality where we don't need no help. And then that's
the wrong mentality.
That's why they're not getting far. They get that little run.
Yeah, and then where you go from there, because you didn't have that help for that next level.
Nope.
Next chapter. You're stuck.
That's a mental block.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the destruction. Why the people go down. Because that's one of the reasons is self-destruction. So we got to see that. So I'm breaking all this down. It's like a reversing of Willie Lynch. This the Roski Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Roski, that's the other name you go by,
that's
right?
me. That's
you.
That's
Yeah. Okay.
Like King Raw, like the
Yeah.
old gun, the authentic
Yes.
African.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Traditional religion.
Yes.
Yeah, straight to God. And there was these kings and queens. And I don't like to really, and I think I need to put that in there. That's a message I think I need to deliver. I don't think we need to refer to ourselves as goddesses or gods. If you want to, that's your business, And I understand because we've been put down so long. You know, this is part of the reason, because there's bits
Mm-hmm.
and pieces in all the books that tell the story of why what happened, but you got to put it together because it got rewrote
Mm-hmm.
and reconstructed.
Reiterated, everything, huh?
Yeah, so one of the reasons is we consider, but we is God could have left you dominion, but that don't mean, and God is you and in you and everything. He's in this table, he's in everything, in the air,
Mm-hmm.
oxygen,
Mm-hmm.
the matter, the melanin that's in us at nighttime, the darkness.
How you woke up every day. The reason you wake up every day.
God's everywhere. So it's like it's not a gender, it's not a this, it's not a that.
Mm.
It's like we call him because it's dominant. Dominant. But we are kings. Not all of us. You know that. Not everybody in the world is
Facts.
kings and queens.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's where they got it. But and I seen like the Skid Row in L.A. So they accepted it. They understand they're a king of their dominion, but they not trying to come up here with us, and tell us something, But I bet you they respect it because they know we don't down them and we trying to help them
Yep.
on out.
Don't doubt them at all. Yo, peace with you, man. I definitely want, the audience to, I want you to, tell the audience about that, right?
Yeah, this is this right here.
Yes, like one.
This
Oh, wow.
this is the coat of arms of Nigeria. And Nigeria, they going through some democracy stuff and some war stuff and, political stuff. So, they made me the voice of Africa where I can I get along with so many people that it's like not just because my people, the Bloods and Crips, I'm really it's a gift I have. So I had this gift, to bring people. I can bring the compassion out of people and animals, or anything. I could really do that. Put me around animals, people. I'll bring the best out of them or the compassion out of them. It'd be a different person later on, like spiritual cleansing. So they seen this throughout the years, and they seen me break generational curses from getting adopted, from not acting like my family, to helping the culture legally, to helping the culture physically. That's what they impressed by, because you know how we used to be with the crazy.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So
They doing it different, and the different colors represents. Cause I see black, green, gold.
yeah, the different. So yeah, this is melanin, of course,
Okay.
and then this is earth,
Okay.
and this is gold, and this is air,
Mm.
So Osiris, with the water, he controlled the water, and the wind and stuff like that. So, and he always got feuded with his counterpart Ra, who was in control of the sun. So, it was many different kings, and then they got big headed and they started calling themselves God. Because they were powerful, and they did have more power, but you not the Almighty though.
Yeah, not that almighty. They start claiming that position. Wow.
So we can't get back into
Yes.
something that we already and that's the same thing with leadership. We don't necessarily we just need sharp intellectual minds that can brainstorm.
Okay.
We don't need that no more. Malcolm X's no more, because he built us. And we built, the Rawski, P. Raw. We got 19 Keys. We got Yaki Awakening. We got some good brothers that came, boom, after him. Me, of course, the oldest, and then on down. But now we necessarily don't even need, we just need to brainstorm and come together so it's not another curse put upon the world. With people who got abilities and talent in one area that's very skilled, but you're not going to deal with this person. You know, whatever fear you have or phobia you have, but it's like it's too much selfishness and it's not very much time we have. So it's like everybody think they just take it for a joke, like, oh, 50 more years, that's a long time. It ain't though.
It's not. The time flies.
And you're gonna leave everything behind. You know, you ain't have none of that stuff. You know, you can't take nothing but knowledge with you and bonds if you love someone.
And whatever they dress you in
Yep.
before they lower you down,
Yep, that's
that's all
it.
you taking with you.
Yep. And me, I'm African, half American with some Indian in me, so I believe in cremation. So,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
it's no garments, you know, just cremation. Go back to the world, go back to God. You know, so, you know, with me, it's just when I go, I'm taking, but I'm leaving legacy because I'm leaving ideas, I'm leaving a mind frame, I'm leaving style, charisma behind, you know, legacy. You know, like they don't have to give me my credit. You know, everybody know where it came from. So
Yes.
now that you took that, you know, we're gonna see if you're gonna do the right thing.
Straight out.
You know, because all you had to do is. But I think people be so afraid of like you really being the one. You know, like that they be like, I ain't even gonna help him.
Yeah.
Cause
That's just going to make them even more powerful than what he already is.
you hurt us though,
Yes.
because this is my genuine self that you bringing out. 'Cause I can't be like this with everyone. I'm being my genuine self.
Mandatory.
So the world is seeing my genuine self. So you hurt the culture, you know, with all that. You know, it's like because look how many people that I have built and helped. You know, but you blame what's going on me because I had to step back and go into my African roots. Because you didn't know I had cousins over there. And you thought that you was going to use my issues against me, which was Willie Lynch. You should never do that, sister and brother, and not still love my sister. You know? But it's like the story of Raw, you know, like they tore my body apart, and then the sisters came back and helped me on out. You know, but the same ones who tore me apart initially, you know, but a few of y'all passed away, fucking with a lion.
Straight
Not
out.
literally. I'm talking about if
Yeah.
it was 5 of y'all
Yeah.
and y'all paralyzed me, 3 of y'all dead, 2 of y'all paralyzed with me, and I barely made it.
Straight out.
So now I got this splint on me, this prosthetic stuff on me, and I'm still strong. I still got another 50 years. You know, I ain't do nothing but be a masculine man. But see, that was the Willie Lynch, because they said anytime a melanated brother get on, and then he's standing his ground, he ain't trying to, you know, cater to this or that, and I don't need none. I don't need no help, you know, because, you know, that's what chiefs do. Chiefs, we make the lane, like Harriet Tubman. Chiefs, you know, because our forefathers and our ancestors gave us downloads and updates where we got skills, survival skills, fighting skills, economic skills, you know, astrology, whatever skills. God blessed the chiefs so we could lead the people. And that don't mean sometimes the chiefs gonna be bad because we up against that. We got to carry you. We got to carry stuff, and then up against getting hurt. So while you dealing with weapons and hurting one another, the real battle is like, are you picking up weapons when that demon? I know what y'all doing. Y'all getting them demons in y'all sleep. You know, you running, I'll be running, but you ain't gonna see the face of fear on me, you know. But that ain't a compliment. That ain't good. You know, that's not a good thing. So the very person that pop up for you, you know, it's hard work because am I gonna get hurt? Because I can actually fend them off. I can't defeat them.
Mm.
You know. So, and then you come and do this to me. You know. So yeah. So then I want to show. I want to walk away and show what's following. Yeah, what's following? What is this? It ain't me. I ain't do nothing. You know. But I got some type of gift where me and a lot of other people got to come together. You know, and contain whatever's growing in the world, whatever evil entity. Because this just happened. This is just because it started in the shy, and then when I converted, all of a sudden Portland started trying to compete with L.A. and shy.
Mm.
You know, but they know because I was tolerating a lot and I loved the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you took. Now look at your women. That's the curse. They don't value themselves. They're gonna show themselves. This ism was putting a motherfucking fee on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting value on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she loved it. You know, because the real ism wasn't on drugs or wasn't abusive. It was like, you know, still a partnership, and she still had a big say so. You know, which they didn't tell the truth
Mm-hmm.
because it was a secret. But now that they ruined it, I can tell them. You know, so y'all ruined the game. So when guys like me left, the next Filmo protege, it hurt them because they wanted to experience, they wanted to get some game, they wanted to get rich. So when I really left, yeah, they felt, and the dudes really because they like my children, they just could be older or not, but they know I was getting it from these OGs.
Mm-hmm. 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 Straight up.
So they was really coming and getting game from me, and then hating on me, and pouring like salt on them, and but kill you about me, you know. But go to the woman and get her like to make a mockery out to it, the real ism, because they didn't grow up in that era,
Mm.
so they could never get it. They styles too rough. It's too aggressive. It's too controlling. It's too like I'm gonna put you on something, or not like this game, you know, where they just come over her and she just be like, you know, it's just something telling me.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do much.
Or say much.
Yeah.
For real. And also, you said you do music too, right?
Yeah, so that's what I always been doing music, but back in the day, you know, that's what the book, The Game Loves No One, is about, converting from the game when they hated on each other like that. They hated on the game, and then I had the gift of music, so you know, I went to school. My father, that's what I was saying, Jake Booker, you know, he professional, you know, Billy Cox. But mom put him in professional skills anyway. But dad had skills, but it was racist. So that's why dad was prominent on like, help me out with this bank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but see, son albino, so he got a chance. He knew it, just like our kids know. It's different. So he went for that, and he made it. So boom, I get the gene. You know, I got all three pitches vocally. I've been West Coast Hip Hop Award R&B Singer of the Year for many years now. Like people been coming for it, they ain't been able to take it.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
And I went to school for it. So I went to school for music became a scholar. So yeah, I got Antonio Blue YouTube. You know, I
Okay.
teach. You know, I'm Afro pop. You know, so
That's
yeah.
tight. That's tight. What's next for you?
Next is tour, bro. You know, I got tour and the new company. So I'm gonna tell you about those two things before we wrap it on up. You dig? Yeah. So we got African tour. My cousin is my promoter.
Okay.
So he's like, you know, he was his dad and stuff is priest and mom's priest, and he come from a political family, and he wants to only do music and get big in music and do good for people in music.
Okay.
So, and we found out we're cousins. We DNA, you know. So it's like he seen I was already going down that path. So he got me ordained, you know, to be a priest.
Okay.
So I'm a music king, real ordained. The next generation comes to me, looks to me for advice. You know, loves my music. I'm like Michael Jackson over there, basically. You know, like so. The tour is coming up next after this.
That's good.
4 months. I'm gonna be all over Nigeria radio stations. We're gonna shoot to Ghana, try to shoot through Tunisia. So we got big things going on in my city of Jos. City is the tourist city, so it's about 2 million people there. So I want y'all to come. But the new company connects to this. So
Okay. And what's the
glo-
new company?
global community,
Global Community. Okay.
but it won't be out for about another 6 months. We do the grand launching next summer,
Okay.
where we help senior citizens or anybody who wants to get spiritual awakening or companionship. You know, so it's like an in-home care, you know, competition.
Okay.
But we help with other stuff too. So it's like people could come there, put their music in it, you know, get it on the radio,
Mm.
you know. So this are all, and then we could get people to go back to Africa through this, you know. So when I actually get my restaurant going there, we have a place to where the app have it video and picture. Like, look at this is Jaws City, the number one tourist, and this is Antonio Blue King Roski's lounge.
Mm.
This is where you could come, you know, and hang out, food, drink,
Tight. Tight.
you know, and you'll be coming as a group. So we don't want no money. You spend your own money. It's just like when is a good time for you. So you're coming with groups, but you can't mess up in my group because we already know. Let's always be sharp with me.
Straight out.
Because now I got Marines, I got military, I got who knows what type of old person is gonna be sitting in the group. You know, so you can't be
It's got to
acting
be
crazy.
nothing but respect there.
Yeah,
Straight out. You'll be walked out.
yeah, in trouble.
Off your feet.
Yeah, they gonna deal with you. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm out of there. Might not even be there. I might be taking care of my restaurant, you know, and then the group, 30 people, 15 senior citizens, a couple youngsters, you know, but you can't be, you know, whatever you do, do it away. But this is just security, you know. So,
Safe place,
yep,
especially for our elders, where they could come and don't even have to worry about nothing.
yeah, exactly.
Because that type of energy would
Because
not
we
be in the
gonna get
room.
there. So
Mandatory.
this is something for us, you know, where I built something, you know, they can't, you know, talk that stuff that they talked. You know, I spent a lot of this. Everybody know how much an app costs, so
Oh yeah, it's not cheap.
much is the house.
For real, definitely. Let everybody know where they can find you at on social media.
Yeah, check me out on Facebook at Antonio Petty-John Blue, or you can check me out on Instagram at Blue Antonio, just regular spelling, and then you know, YouTube. You go on there, you just put in Antonio Blue or King Roski. That was the old school, you know. But yeah, I am P Raw, And I want to give a shout out to all my OGs, Philmo Slim, my godfather. You dig? Crumb Daddy from the South. I want to give a shout out to my Uncle Virgil and Blue Moon. And I want to give a shout out to the brothers, the Masons, the Freemasons, the Hunters Lodge, you know, who accepted me and loved me highly. So we're going to be doing great works in the community. So, you know, shout out to Goodwill and all them and Sharif, brother Sharif. And you guys can look forward to us cracking down on the culture, you know, because one of the reasons that they don't got us and they love us. And then our women got to go ahead and, you know, since they love me anyway, you know, they got to go ahead and listen and let me, you know, be that man to our youngsters and stop making our youngsters so emotional and killing stuff, you know, so they could take a blow, even if you lose. You be a man like me, like your big pops, you know, walk through anywhere, you know, because what's a blow, you know, to a nigga who took a lot. But see, you know, now, you know, sometimes you got to take them blows in life to get, you know, like Tyson, you know, once they get punched, they ain't gonna talk no more.
Straight out.
So sometimes you got to tell you can't be running to that old pistol. You know, you got to talk it out. And if a nigga get the best of you, you fought.
Mm-hmm.
You a man.
Mm-hmm.
You could roll with me.
Straight out.
Yep.
That's right, loved one. Man, this is OG Cuicide in the building. Mega major sit down with my loved one, yes, Antonio Blue. Keep subscribing. Keep pushing the message. And always remember, never give up. And my quote of a lifetime that you can live by, a hospital not the only thing with patience. Quote that.
Amen.